Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into a cosmic mystery that had astronomers on the edge of their seats. Remember Comet Atlas? Back in 2020, it was hyped up to be the next great celestial spectacle, potentially shining as brightly as Venus in our night sky. But then, something dramatic happened. As it raced towards the sun, it didn't just fizzle out, it completely shattered. The big question is, what caused this magnificent comet to meet such a catastrophic end? And what does a recent, mind-blowing observation of a similar event tell us about the violent lives of comets? Let's rewind a bit. Comet ATLAS, officially known as C2019Y4, was discovered in late 2019. Early observations showed it was brightening incredibly fast. Its trajectory was similar to the Great Comet of 1844, leading many to believe it was a fragment of the same parent body. Hopes were high for a once-in-a-generation light show. But as April 2020 rolled around, instead of getting brighter, Atlas started to dim. Astronomers using telescopes, including the Hubble Space Telescope, soon saw why. The comet's solid nucleus had broken apart into dozens of smaller, icy pieces. It was a cosmic crumbling cookie, and its dream of becoming a great comet disintegrated along with its core for a long time. The leading theory was that the sun's intense heat was the culprit. As comets approach the sun, the ice turns directly into gas in a process called sublimation. This can create jets of gas that act like small rocket engines. If the comet's nucleus is spinning, these jets can spin it up faster and faster, like a figure skater pulling in their arms. The idea was that Comet Atlas spun itself to death, reaching a speed where the centrifugal force tore it apart from the inside out. It's a solid theory and likely plays a role in the demise of many comets. But a recent discovery has thrown a fascinating new possibility into the mix, suggesting a far more violent and direct cause. Enter Comet 3 to 3P. So, this comet was observed doing something absolutely wild. As it made its closest approach to the sun, astronomers watched in real time as it was pummeled by a series of what appeared to be massive, meter-sized projectiles. That's right, it wasn't just the sun's gentle heat. This comet was being actively bombarded. Using data from multiple observatories, including the Hubble and the Subaru telescope, scientists saw the comet change color, eject a massive dust cloud, and even get spun up like a topball from these impacts. It was like watching a heavyweight boxing match in space, and the comet was on the receiving end of a knockout combo. These weren't tiny dust grains. These were boulder-sized objects hitting the comet with incredible force. So what does this have to do with Comet Atlas? This observation provides the first concrete evidence that comets can be destroyed by collisions, not just by slowly falling apart. It suggests that what happened to Comet Atlas might not have been a case of it simply spinning out of control. Instead, it could have been the victim of a similar cosmic assault. Imagine this, as ATLAS was approaching the sun, it flew through a hidden minefield of debris, perhaps fragments left over from its own parent comet thousands of years ago. 1, 2, or even 3 massive objects, just like the ones that hit 3 to 3P, could have slammed into ATLAS's nucleus. These wouldn't be gentle nudges. We're talking about impacts with enough kinetic energy to fracture its already fragile core. The first hit might have created a significant crack. A second could have deepened the fracture and started to spin the comet erratically. And a third, final blow could have been the one that shattered the nucleus completely, sending those dozens of fragments scattering into space. This collisional cascade model paints a much more dynamic and violent picture of the comet's demise. It wasn't a peaceful disintegration, it was a demolition. It would explain why Atlas broke apart so suddenly and so completely. something that the simple spinning apart theory struggled to fully account for. This new perspective is a game changer for planetary science. It forces us to reconsider how comets die. The space around the sun, especially along the paths of ancient comets, isn't empty. It's filled with a kind of invisible, rocky shrapnel. For a fragile comet made of ice and dust, flying through this debris field is like walking through a hailstorm without an umbrella. Impacts we saw on 3 to 3P, so we're likely not a one-off event. They are probably happening all the time. We just haven't been able to see them with such clarity until now. It means that the life of a comet is far more perilous than we imagined. That's not just a battle against the sun's heat, but a constant struggle for survival against a barrage of unseen projectiles. This also adds another layer to the story of Comet ATLAS. Its journey was a cosmic tragedy. It carried the legacy of a great comet from centuries past, and for a moment, it seemed destined to live up to that legacy. But instead, it met a violent end, possibly ambushed by its own ancient brethren, fragments from the very same body that gave it life. It's a powerful reminder of the chaotic and unpredictable nature of the cosmos. Things can change in an instant. A brilliant spectacle can turn into a cloud of dust. But even in its destruction, Comet Atlas, along with the recent observations of 3 to 3P, has given us a profound new insight into the life and death of these beautiful celestial wanderers. What an incredible story, right? From a potential comet of the century to a cosmic crime scene. The tale of Comet Atlas just got a whole lot more interesting. It shows that even when we think we have the answers, the universe always has another surprise waiting for us just around the corner, or in this case, behind the sun. We are constantly learning, and every new observation, every shattered comet, helps us piece together the grand puzzle of our solar system. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive into a cosmic mystery. What do you think happened to Comet Atlas? Was it a suicidal spin, or was it a cosmic collision? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey through space, please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more explorations into the wonders of our universe. We have so much more to discover together. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.